Hello student, subject General Science, Standard 7th. Today we are going to see a revision of our chapter number 11 to 14 regarding second unit test syllabus. In our second unit test, we having 4 chapters. Chapter number 11, cell structure and microorganisms. Chapter number 12, the muscular system and the digestive system in human beings. Chapter number 13, changes physical and chemical. And chapter number 14, elements, compounds and mixtures. Let's look out a revision of all these 4 chapters. Chapter number 11 is there, cell structure and microorganisms. In that, we studied the minute particle of every living thing, that is a cell. After the tissue, organs, organ system and human body is turnover making while combining such all cell, tissue, organ and organ system together. We studied cell is a unit and micro substance of our every living body. The types of various cells, spiral, columnar, oval and all that we study in our this chapter. After the types of cell, we saw main 2 structural type of cell, that is animal cells and plant cell. There is basic 3 different points from the animal and plant cell, that is a cell wall, cytoplasm and chloroplast, which is present only in the plant cell rather than the animal cell. After that, we studied some various size of microbes, some nature of a microorganism in that prokaryotic cells. The national center of a cell science, the prokaryotic cell. Some microorganisms which are useful and which are harmful. Fermentation, a chemical process which convert the carbon compound into another carbon compound, which increases the size and volume of the material, that is a fermentation process. After that, some useful microorganism which is get used in the form of making medicines and all. The harmful microorganism which causes the harm just by the food poisoning, in which we saw the various causes of such a harmful microorganisms intake. Pathogens like disease producing microorganism. All these points we studied in our this chapter. Very important thing, that is a Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. After that, let's move ahead to our chapter number 12, the muscular system and the digestive system in the human beings. What is the muscles? Muscles are the bundle of fibers that can contract and relax as required. There are main 2 types of muscles. First is voluntary and second is involuntary muscles. Voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles, after that, these muscles are located in various parts of our body internally. According to that, the types of muscles are given here. First is skeletal muscles. Some are heart or cardiac muscle and another is smooth muscles. The concept of bicep and tricep we studied in this chapter. The digestive system start with our mouth, and indirectly in the mouth there are teeth. The type of teeth, the covering of a teeth, that is enamel and all. Just watch out thoroughly such videos of our all these studies. The process of digestion first get started with our mouth. After that, in detail by the virtual video also, you can revise this chapter, student. The whole digestive system, the various internal part we secreted, some glands, their secretion and the function as well. All these are important points of our chapter number 12, that is muscular system. Which are the bad effect or hazard of chewing tobacco and such harmful substances to our body? Next chapter, changes physical and chemical. First, show that there are natural or man-made changes. Ripening of fruit, blossoming of flower, such changes are natural occur. Changes in seasons and weathers. All these are types of natural changes. In that some are useful, some are harmful. While some changes are periodic changes, like a ringing a clock after a certain time, the high tide and low tide in the oceans. Such are the example of such changes. Some are physical and chemical changes. Physical means after changing in their state, they does not changes their original property, while in chemical changes, the new substance which get formed, they change their original state as well as the characteristics and properties of our original state. Let's look out the last chapter of our second unit test exam, that is elements, compound and the mixture. The basic concept of a matter, what is an element, what is a matter, a single concept or single term that we use for any material is called the matter. The constituent of such objects are called the materials in scientific language. After that, we studied the elements. Some are alloys and metalloids in this chapter. One another new thing we studied in this chapter, that is element with their symbolic name. The first letter should be in capital, the initial should be in capital letter, and if any element having the symbolic name with two letters, then the second letter will be a small letter. These elements generally classified into two groups, that is metals and non-metals. And few substances are there, they are showing the both properties, metals and non-metals. These substances are called metalloids, such as the silicon and steel. They are substances which get formed, the characteristics from the metals and the non-metals also. The last part of this chapter, there is a various method of separation, that is method of distillation and the method of separating substance by using the funnel system, the centrifugation and the chromatography. All this studied in our chapter number 11 to 14. Student, from the chapter number 11, that is cell structure and microorganism, second is the muscular system and the digestive system in the human beings. Chapter number 13 was there, changes physical and chemical. 14, elements, compound and mixtures. All these four chapters revise the video also, and this revision video also be carefully watch out. Solve all the questions in your question paper. Write proper question number, your name as well as your exam number also. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, पाठ क्रमांक 11 ते 14 मध्ये झालेल्या धड्यामध्ये महत्त्वाच्या मुद्द्यांवरती आता आपण एक नजर टाकली. याचं रिव्हिजन व्यवस्थितपणे करा. दिलेलं वर्गपाठातले मुद्दे आणि स्वाध्याय याची पुन्हा उजळणी करा. पेपर सोडवताना घाई करू नका आणि वेळेत पेपर पूर्ण करा. परंतु खाडाखोड कोणत्याही प्रकारे करू नका. सुंदर हस्ताक्षरात आणि योग्य तिथे पेन्सिलीचा वापर करून आकृत्यांचं रेखाटन करायचं आहे. सर्वांना परीक्षेचा हार्दिक शुभेच्छा. ऑल दी बेस्ट. थँक्यू.